One of the things that they have going on right here is carnival games while we wait for the fans to come up. Me and Wigger going to give our go at this one, see if we can get this one to go. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. We both made it. The Tri-Cities Fever playing in front of the home crowd for the final time of the season tonight. And former Fever Jake Killeen in attendance. Professional baseball makes its return to the Tri-Cities. It's opening day for the Tri-City Dust Devils, taking on last year's Northwest League champs, the Vancouver Canadians. Man, you feel so bad for Phil Mickelson, 6 times at second place. The Kings Court was in session today. Felix Hernandez on the mound trying to even up the series against the New York Yankees. King Felix is 7-4 with a 2.58 ERA. Success on the football field in the fall often starts here and now in the summer. It only took 2 games for Seattle Mariner rookie Mike Zunino to make his first major league home run last night, but a different new Mariner catcher made a splash against Oakland today. Washington Husky Isaiah Thomas continued to coach him up at the Southridge Sports Complex today. The city of Kennewick had a big part in bringing Thomas to the Tri-Cities. During the month of November, the Americans are joining in on the effort to raise awareness and eyebrows about prostate and testicular cancer. Seattle Mariners returned to the Diamond after a rare day off yesterday. Today, starting a 7-game road trip, taking on the AL West leading Oakland Athletics. Well, all the guys will be down here. They'll be able to take pictures, sign autographs. There's also going to be a poster making station where you can make a poster. They're going to put these up in the Toyota Center throughout the playoffs. Now, this is a free event. Right, well, a new Mariner had another big day in Oakland. The Tri-Cities Fever finish up their season, plus those Dust Devils. They get a second shot at Vancouver at Giza. We'll have the highlights coming up next. Well, Phil Mickelson, he had a shot to make U.S. Open history today. Oakland gives the M's a lesson in the long ball. And plus, it was a pitcher's duel for the Dust Devils in their final game against Vancouver. Highlights coming up next. For Jake Killeen in attendance as the Fever face Wyoming. Let's go to the third quarter. Fever up 13. Dante Warren pitches to Keithon Fleming. Nothing there. Cuts it back. Gets a block from Warren and is in there for the 12-yard touchdown. Next possession, Cavs backed up deep. Malcolm Riley forces pressure, and Steven Panasuk is intercepted by Danye Coleman, and he's feeling the momentum so much he takes the ball into the stands, hands it to a kid. Fever go up 19. Now in the fourth, Fever at the 3, no one open on the left, but Warren finds Jackie Chambers on the right corner. Fever win 33-6, sending the crowd home happy, and Jake Killeen talked about watching his old team. Xavier Johnson has always had skill on the football field, but when Hanford volunteer coach Scott Peepo saw Johnson, he knew Johnson could be something special.
And he just walks up to me and he's like, hey, Austin and I, we're gonna lift tomorrow at the gym, 5 o'clock, either you're in or you're out. You can think about it in a day or so, but just let me know. The next day I showed up at the gym and we just kind of started lifting ever since. And he's been helping me train and prepare for college as well.
Peepo played middle linebacker at Central Washington and approached Johnson with a proposition.
3.75 GPA or better at all times. No smoking, no drinking, no illegal stuff. You need to pass it, pay it forward when your opportunity comes to another younger kid. It doesn't matter what color uniform they're wearing or any of that. And you need to be a community volunteer and go out and do positive stuff for other people.
Johnson agreed to the deal and began working out and began to see results.
The learning curve was pretty drastic. At the rate I was going, I probably would never gotten a football scholarship, but with his help, he made it possible for me to go someplace and play football.
Johnson will play for Carroll College next year and is already beginning to pay it forward. In Richland, Shaun Sheddy, SWX Right Now. Instead of lifting weights, the AMs are lifting hammers to help complete a house for Habitat for Humanity.
You get to give back to the community that you're so fortunate to play in. I mean, it's easy for us to do that. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
It's a new experience, kind of working with the guys, doing all this. We showed up. A lot of guys didn't really know what we were doing.
The Americans are installing siding for a Habitat for Humanity home that will house a low-income family in the Tri-Cities.
All the hockey team players, they're doing pretty awesome. It's amazing how they can come over here and spend one time, one day, try to get this house built.
Just because the boys are not on the ice doesn't mean that they don't still compete.
Yeah, my nailing skills really weren't too good. I was kind of struggling there. I was battling with one of those big nails, but I think Nick takes the cake. He's really struggling with that hammer, so.
Oh, for me, I'm definitely less skilled out here, that's no question. It's almost like a mini competition between the guys who can make the nicest wall here or whatever.
Habitat for Humanity hopes to have this house completed before Christmas. In Kennewick, Shaun Sheddy, SWX, right now. For many Dust Devil players, Friday will be their first game at the Single A level. New manager Drew Saylor will join them in their game of firsts.
Having a new manager in Drew Saylor is just a bunch of fire. I mean, he's just bringing new energy and excitement to the team, and we're just really excited to have him on board.
The Florida Marlins drafted Saylor in 2006 as a middle infielder. After retiring in 2010, he began coaching with local colleges, then got a call from the Colorado Rockies.
The Rockies were one of 6 teams that were talking to me, and they're the ones that were real aggressive and come after me. And by, I think it was December 15th, I was offered a hitting coach's job last year, and I took it.
Saylor's Grand Junction team reached the playoffs last year and thinks his youth will help him succeed this year.
3 years ago, I was in their shoes. I was still playing. I was still going through all the battles. You know, I was doing all those things that these guys have went through. And I think that empathy is the thing that really is going to help me with these guys, because, you know, a lot of guys that have been in the game for a long time sometimes don't know what it feels like.
That's a huge attribute that Drew brings to this team, is that he has that ability. He's not too far removed from being a player himself, and he can relate to guys in a way that most managers can't.
Saylor says he still expects some butterflies tomorrow. In the studio, Shaun Sheddy, SWX, right now.
November often brings images of elections and turkeys, but the Tri-City Americans are hoping to add another image, the stash.
During the month of November, the Americans are joining in on the effort to raise awareness and eyebrows about prostate and testicular cancer.
You get random looks if you're outside of the rink and people think you're kind of a creepy guy, but I mean, everybody in the hockey world knows it's for a good cause, it's for cancer, so I mean, that's why we all do it.
But some guys have an easier time stashing than others.
Zach's at the bottom. Faze has got a good one going. Walter's got a good one too.
I can't really do it, so I'm trying, but it's not really coming in too well. But we'll see. End of the month, I'll have a little bit.
It also sucks when you can't grow a mustache though, and everyone's making fun of you, but it's for a good cause.
Last year, the CHL raised more than $128,000 for that cause.
Not everybody just wants to grow a mustache, right? So I mean, it does take some courage to do it.
Awareness of men's health and prostate cancer, and I think it's a good cause definitely, and creates a lot of awareness for a problem for us, man.
Whether their mustaches are big or small, the Americans are doing their part to make a difference. In Kennewick, Shaun Sheddy, SWX, right now.
I hope our
Jalen Devine taking it coast to coast against the freshman. As Bombers now push the pace. Bayo pulling up, answers. What poise right there to give up a basket and then pull the trigger to knock one down. Devine for 3. He gets it to go. Watson takes it, has it poked away. Picked out to Ratliff on the breakaway. He gets the layup. 2-point basketball game. Time pick up their dribble.
They have to.
Douglas
This is it. Bombers hope he misses 2 of them.
He thinks
Stuff to do.
every coaching staff instructing, and the Hanford Falcons beat the Richland Bombers 67-62.
Big upset.
Oh my gosh.